Okay, now you can start.
Okay, good morning. My name is Diana Resendiz, and right now I am going to talk about something that made me think like an adult, even if I wasn't an adult at that time. Um, when I was about 16 or 17 years old, my mother got divorced for the second time. So um, I have a little brothers, my brother and my sister. Um, at that time, my little brother were about 2 or 3 years old, and my sister 5 or 6 years old. At that time, my mother has to work, and then I was studying my high school at that time. And I am the oldest one in the family, the oldest daughter, so I have to take care of my kids. And maybe it's not a big deal because you said, oh, well, you are the older, you can help your mother. But at that age, you think only on your friends, or maybe in your boyfriends, or maybe you want to go out to play some sport. And at that time I was doing, I like to dance and make theater at that time. So I was doing my classes at the theater, and I was doing classes, taking classes of dance. Um, and I liked that a lot, and I enjoyed it. But at that time, when my mom got divorced, I have to help her, and I have to stay at home with my little brothers, and I have to make them food. I have to cook for them. I have to take them, no, gave them a shower. So I have to do everything that a mother's supposed to do with their kids, right? But I wasn't working, but I was in that time in charge of my home. I have to take decision in on my mother's place because she was out the whole day, so I have to stay. I only have time to go to school and back, and then stay with my brother and my sister. Sometimes I was refusing to stay with my kids because my sister next to me, she's one older, less than me. She never cares at that moment of my brother and sister, our brother and sisters, because she wants to go out all the time. And she said, no, you take care of the kids because I have to go. And she left. My mother was working. So I never leave my little brothers alone. Never. Even if I really want to go out and practice, I was singing at that time. I was dancing. I was performing with a band at that moment. And I enjoyed that a lot. But I rather prefer at that time to stay with my little brother and I wasn't a very good sister because yeah, sometimes I have just a little bit of spanking because you are younger and you are nervous and you want. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cry, but it's because one day my little sister told me that I was a very bad sister because one day I hit her. I gave her a slap, a very big slap, when she was little. Right now, I said I'm sorry, but at that time, I didn't feel like it. I was sorry for that. Only after a few minutes I did it. But at that moment, when I was 16 or 15 years old, I realized that I have to take care of my kids. I have to think more. And I was so angry with my mother. Maybe it wasn't her fault, but because she has to work. And we didn't have the support of our family or our father. Because my father never, when she divorced the first time, my father never took care of us. Never. I know I have a father, and he knows he has two kids, But when my mother got married the second time, the things repeated again. The father, he didn't care of my little brothers, my sister and my brother. So I was so angry because I have to take care of my kids at that moment. And I want to do my own things. But even if I was angry, I prefer to stay with my brother and sister, and take him to the school and doing many things at home. Taking the decisions in my mother's place because she was working, and I was angry with my mother because I didn't want to do it, but I did because I have to. Right now, I was thinking that I was so selfish because that's what I was supposed to do at that moment. That was maybe my obligation. Not because I was the oldest daughter, it's because those kids were my kids. They know right now, and they love me, and I love them a lot. But they know that I care a lot for they. I always, my worries were I want them safe because you don't know what can happen to them because they were too little. So somebody has to take care of them. So at that moment I was really angry with my mother. Well, in my mind, right? I was so rebel and I did many things. Or as I said many things to my mother. Um, but I did a good thing because now they said I did bad things when I get angry with them, but they say, but you always care of us, always were with us. No matter what, you always stay with us, and they appreciate that when they taught me that. But that's the first time I realized that I have to think a little bit more than like an adult person. And that's it. I'm sorry.
No,